Oh, hello, welcome back. It's Tuesday. Do you know what that means? It means it's Treat Yourself Tuesday. You can buy what you want. All bets are off. That's what I say. You Treat Yourself Tuesday. It doesn't just, cover crafty shopping. It's anything. I had a bacon roll and a cappuccino this morning for breakfast. Oh yes, we are going to embrace Treat Yourself Tuesday. Craig is back, hot off the press of another successful morning show. How are you today? How was your show? Thank you for having me on.
No, thank you for coming on. That was so much fun. Had an absolute blast this morning. I felt more at ease, more relaxed. I really enjoyed it. So it was so good to actually having you on the show as well. Just felt really comfortable just having you there at the side, even though it was a wee bit later on. Thoroughly enjoyed it. But yeah, we've got incredible our show, and I know you've got something to show you. What's I think actually quite limited stock, isn't it?
Absolutely, there is so much great stuff on the Craft Vault today. And the Craft Vault, if well, not even if you're new to us, this is only the second day of our extended programming, which we are so excited about. We are with you Monday to Friday, 7 hours a day, and then at the weekend we're here with you for 6 hours as well. And the Craft Vault, it's all about amazing deals, but there's always a theme, and the theme for this one is half price. Everything you're going to see is half price. We're going to kick off with some Chloe items. Now, these have been featured on a cartload before, but this is really your last chance to get these. This first one I'm about to share with you is the handbags. Now this one is already a quarter gone. It's awesome. And what you're going to get in here is you're going to get the fabulous handbag stamp and die, which is brilliant. You're also going to get this beautiful makeup stamp and die collection, which we've got just here as well, and we've also got in here as well the fabulous Sandals stamp and die collection. They are the details there on your screen. 22.48, 26.92. I'm getting myself all flustered, Craig. I'm all out of order because it's Tuesday. It's Treat Yourself Tuesday. That one's not a quarter gone. This is the one that's a quarter gone, which is these gorgeous embossing folders. Now, the brilliant things about these is they are embossing folders that cut as well, give extra detail, but then you can embellish them even further using all of the extra dies that you have with them. So that's your cut and emboss folder. Then what you've also got is this gorgeous one here. I don't think these are going to last till the end of the show. 30% now of the stock of these ones has already sold out and gone. 28.48. It's a half price deal. Everyone's getting better than half price, aren't they? Because everyone is in the club somewhere. And what that means is you're going to get them for better than half price. Now, there's lots to try and squeeze into the next hour. It flies by, these shows. Let's just dive in and just show you everything else that we're hoping to get to in the show. As always, I'd say get yourself over to the website, crafterscompanion.co.uk.com.au, and have a little look ahead there. We've got some more awesome cut and emboss folders for you on the show. These are some of our festive themed ones. Craig had a little look at these earlier this morning during Wake Up Call with Craig. They're really cool, these ones. They cut in that sentiment, which is fantastic. $25.98. That's what you should be paying for two of them. You're going to get 4 of them, which is absolutely awesome. Now, foiling. I know how many of you absolutely love your foiling. We've got some foil stamp dies on the show for you. Not just that, foil stamp and cut dies. These cut the most awesome frames for you and give you some really gorgeous detailing. $24.99 or $24.95. That's what you should be paying for one of them. You get both of them for that. We've got some awesome sentiment stamps on the show for you. A really nice little collection here. $9.72 or $10.85 to get your hands on those gorgeous quirky stamps. The layering stamps are always so popular whenever we bring these to you on the show, and these are great because they are stamps that you can use individually, but when you layer them up, boom, you get something absolutely awesome. $19.48 or $29.92 if you want to get your hands on all of those. Now, everything that you should, every crafter should have essential sentiment stamps in their collection, and that is what you've got here. And these are organised into 5 different collections, which is awesome. You've got in here your different styles of stamps in there, which is awesome. You've got Best Dressed, Be Fabulous, Bottles Up, Sweet Treats, and Time for Tea. $12.47 or $17.37 is your one there. Now, double-sided dies. Honestly, get in early, get yourself ready for next year. And do you know what? I think you could, definitely the snowflakes one, you could use it now, honestly, it's Baltic out there today. But also the floral one could be used all year round. The ornament one, yeah, okay, maybe that's a Christmas one for you. But do you know what? Take advantage of sale pricing and get these put away for your Christmas crafting for next year. $74.97 becomes $37.48 in the UK, $89.97 discounts down to $44.98 for you in the US. These ones, these next ones are expressions die. I call these like a little sort of crafty heartbeat. I don't know why. Some of the, I love the writing with them. I also love, you know, like it's like a heart monitor. I don't know why I think that, but also a lot of the concepts that have been done, because you can split it. That outside edge has been cut in two, so it gives you loads and loads of options when it comes to using these. I'm really excited to see Craig demonstrate these a little later in the show. $9.98 or $17.90 to get you all of those. Something else that's going to be really, really busy. It's absolutely flying out already. You guys are loving it. It's the Rose Gold Craft Vault collection that we've got for you with 29 elements, $22.47 or $27.95. Just to give you an idea, guys, half price on Rose Gold is not something we would do ordinarily. It was I would say the most, if not the most, and one of the most popular signature collection launches of 2020. You get 29 elements in here for £22 or just under $23. Loads of you chatting away with us already this morning. Christine's in from upstate New York, Melody in Colorado, Joanne from Oregon, Elizabeth is in Illinois, Sarah in Melbourne's here. Of course Sarah in Melbourne is here. Hello Sarah in Melbourne. Katrina's in from Northampton as well. Lots of you chatting away and letting me know what you are up to as well today. If you want to have a bit of a gossip, maybe you want to share. Do you know what we should do today, Craig?
What's that?
Share with us your favourite random fact. Give us your random facts in this hour. Pop them into me over on Facebook, Crafters TV, or of course on YouTube, where you can search for Crafters Companion. Right, loads on this show, Craig. So where do you fancy starting today?
We've got to start with Chloe. We just have to, only because one, they're super cool, and two, they're probably not even going to last. So let's show you. We're going to show you the embossing folder, and the reason I want to show you that one is it's not just any cut and emboss folder. It even does a third thing that looks spectacular. Cut and emboss folder, just like our one. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our two cutting plates from our Gemini Junior. It's 6x6, so it'll go through your Junior. Of course, it'll go through your other die cut machines as well, like your large ones, or even ones that are not the Gemini. As you would do with our folders, I'm just popping my cardstock into the middle. I'm going to use white for this one because I want to show you how it is going to look. Popping it in the middle, popping it in between. All of these little kind of rose dots, the colour roses, these are then just going to emboss. And then where we had the die underneath that is going to die cut. But usually, when you've seen any of our cut and emboss folders, the die cut pieces actually pop out. These don't. These have an element of them that pop out. But what happens is, if we then take this one away, and then what happens, Joe, is these pop out, but the full flower stays in place. It's just the petals. So using my finger, you can use your pokey tool if you want. We're going to lift these ones up. So I'm just working my way all the way around, lifting them. So not only the petals of the flowers, but you've even got all these bits of the leaves, the foliage, that is also die cut as well. So if you need to take your pokey tool, you can do. So I'm going to then lift that one. I might need to pop this one through at a different angle, but let's lift it up anyway, and then work our way around. These all just lift up, and then what happens is, because your die has kind of stayed in place into your actual folder, what happens is these all lift, and they give you extra dimension.
How awesome is that, Craig?
Can you see how super cool that is? Let me just push.
What is the TV show where they have characters that are like plants and they like pop up? Is it Bill and Ben the Flower Pot Men?
Yeah.
Why does it remind me of that a little bit?
I see exactly what you mean.
Yeah. I've also seen these done in glitter card and mirror card as well, Craig, and I know they look absolutely stunning, don't they, in those other variations of cards?
They are. They look absolutely so smart, and yeah, you've got so many different variations. But you can see if you were just to pop a bit of cardstock underneath, just see how the colour of the card just pops through underneath. Of course, you can ink it if you want to. That would work really well. So you can do everything that you know and love with the cut and emboss. I just think this is a completely different take. So much fun. How they actually, yes, the die cut, but they also stay in place as well. So it gives that a different look and a different kind of dimension with that one there. And then I think, have we got enough stock just to do this next one from the other set? Let's go for it.
You're going to have to be quick though, Craig. On our way to half the stock of those embossing folder collections sold out and gone. 28.48 or 41.87. You can use your Club Inspired discount off of that, of course, as well. If you want to, you'll get like another £5.60 in the UK, about another $8.20 off of that in the US. So yes, you will need to be quick for them if it's the embossing folders you want.
Absolutely. Now look at this one that we're ready to do, Joe. This is kind of like the high heel. Look at the elegant high heel. You've got, if you can see from in, this one here when it comes to the packaging, you've got all these little bits. You can obviously colour in, but you've got all these bits you could colour in with maybe Diamante colours, you know, if you're doing your sparkles. Maybe if you've got any bits of your embellishments that are Diamante kind of esque sort of things, you could be using these ones. So if I pop this one on here, I'm just going to pop my die on, normal wafer thin die, so we can pop that one on with our plate, and then where is my top plate, which is here. So can you imagine something like this, which is a good sizable stamping die, Joe, and you could completely colour theme that to, you know, obviously if you've got your mum that likes a certain colour, it could be your daughter, you know, it could be obviously your granddaughter, it could be anything like that. Anyone that likes high heels, you could colour theme them if you want. You could go for anyone that likes your high heels. So if I bring this one in, so you can see.
Do you think people, is anyone out there like, because obviously we're not getting dressed up and really going out anymore at the moment, for now. Is anyone out there like getting just dressed up on a Saturday night just to go to the living room, or, you know, sit in the dining room and just have a drink? But, you know, put a nice dress on, put a bit of makeup on, you know, some heels, get yourself dolled up and just, you know, have date night in, or pop down Tesco's, or, you know, whatever the supermarket is where you are. I think that might be a nice idea, you know, Craig. Get dressed up on a Saturday.
I think so, yeah. It makes you feel good, doesn't it? It makes you feel good just to give you that little buzz of dressing up, making yourself look nice, you know, whether it is just to have a takeaway or to watch, you know, The Masked Singer or sport or whatever it is that you're watching.
The Masked Singer, Craig, we need to talk about The Masked Singer. Gosh, I watched it for the first time this week. Isn't it the most strange thing that you've ever seen? I'm adamant I know who the dragon is. 100% know the dragon is. It's Courtney Act. 100%.
Do you think so?
Yeah, absolutely. It's Courtney Act, who is a drag queen who was on RuPaul's Drag Race years ago. Then was the winner, or was in Celebrity Big Brother here in the UK.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. That's who the dragon is.
Yeah.
And the sausage has to be Sheridan Smith.
Sheridan Smith.
Absolutely. Sheridan Smith.
Yep.
100%.
Got to be.
Yes, The Masked Singer, I mean, it is the strangest thing. I've watched one episode and now I think I'm going to have to watch it every week. I'm obsessed.
I think the thing is, it's because, I know it's random and they're all dressed up, you know, in all these weird and wonderful outfits, but it's the fact that they can sing. They really can sing.
But also, Sophie Ellis-Bextor was on the first week.
Yeah.
Mel B was on singing Kylie Minogue. Was she dressed as something ridiculous? It's just unheard of.
It really, really is, and it is. It's just so much fun. So yeah, that's something we could be chatting to each week about The Masked Singer. You can see the die, you've got the stamp as wet mask crafter.
Yeah, maybe that could be a segment for your morning show, Craig, The Masked Crafter.
That's so
or
good.
As Laura calls it, the masked crafter, as I call it, the masked crafter.
So one of us in the team, we could be here, might not be one of us on the TV team, it could be any of you guys, could be here demonstrating, have to guess who it is. Magic, it might be DT team, it might be, you know, someone from the head office, could be we could maybe just take someone randomly off the street. You know, just go out with a microphone and say, you know, obviously when social distancing and that, but you know, that's a good idea. Love it. Love that idea.
Really beautiful,
very,
Craig.
Very simple on this one. You can see with the colours there. If you want to go in with any of your colour mediums, you can do. This is where if you've got any of your gems or that at home, where you've got these elongated gems at home, pop into the middle if you want. But it's so much fun and very easy to colour if you do want to colour it. But think about it now, Chloe absolutely loves her glitter. So you 100% would completely get away with just glittering the whole lot when it comes to this one here.
Awesome,
Really nice.
absolutely fantastic. It's really, really busy, Craig. I just want to recap again exactly what you're getting. So you've got two different options when it comes to these. So you've got the embossing folders, firstly. The embossing folders I'm hearing are now over half sold. Really, really busy on these. 60% of the embossing folders have now gone. If you want these, you're going to need to be quick for them. 28.48 or 41.87 gets you all of these. Then you also have the other option, which is this one just here, which is your stamp and die collection. Love these, really playful. You've got the shoe and the handbag and also all of the makeup collection in there as well, which is fantastic. 22.48 is your price there for that one. How awesome. We've had some random facts in, which I'm very happy about, Craig. Lisa Raper says, according to the patent information, the television was actually created to be a weapon. There's a joke in there. There's a joke in there somewhere about us two, you know, but it's day 6 and my brain's just, and it's you know, I'm not used to being on air for another sort of nearly 2 hours, Craig, so my brain's just not there. We'll come back to that one. But that is interesting as a weapon. Andrea says there is a pencil, not a pencil museum, there is a pencil sharpener museum in Ohio with about 5,000 exhibits. Learned this in a German quiz show. Do you know what? That sounds like Leanne's dream holiday, a pencil sharpener museum. We'll have to let her know about that. Sarah Brown rightly points out that Courtney Act is Australian. She is Australian. She is Australian. He is Australian. Who knows? They're Australian. Denise says there was a new block built at our General Hospital here many years ago, and I was the first baby to be born there. Something in common with Bernie, who was the first baby to be weighed in metric at their hospital. I mean, we are pulling it out of the bag today, aren't we? Let me take you through these stamps that you've got, these accessory stamps, because these are phenomenal value when you consider they're something that you're going to get so much use out of. You've got different collections here. So you've got Best Dressed, and this has got things like Father's Day and retirement and all that sort of stuff in there. The next one you've got here is Be Fabulous. Be fabulous, darling, with all of your different sentiments there. We're all about the reality TV shows today, aren't we, Craig? Right. This one is Bottles Up Accessories, as you can see just here. This will be good for more masculine cards, actually, because, you know, blokes drink beer and all that. This one just here is Sweet Treat Accessories. So things like cupcakes, and it's got some lovely sentiments. You've got like hundreds and thousands on here. You're the sweetest. All really lovely sentiments in here that you're going to get loads of work out of. And this one here is Time for Tea that we are looking at. 12.47 or 17.37 if you want to get your hands on those. Right, next we're going to have a look at the rose gold collection that we have got on the show. This is absolutely awesome because you've got in here 5 glorious items from our rose gold collection. So we're going to give you the decorative rose frame, which is your cut and emboss folder. You're also going to get the ornate frame metal die. You're getting that lovely diamond lattice embossing folder as well. And you're also getting the birthday wishes stamp and die and the embossing folder as well, which is the rose blooms. Let me just pick up a few bits here and show you what you could be making. Let me share with you what bit is what as well. Sorry, so what you've got here is that's that background embossing folder there, as you can see, which is awesome. That's also that stamp and die that's been used. Then you've got here, that's the frame there in the background, you can see. That lovely diamond lattice embossing folder used again there. Again, really lovely use of the lattice folder and the stamps and dies there. And also, I think about adding things into there like your own flower forming foam. You've got that cut and emboss folder there, so you can see all of this gorgeous detail. And then you've got the stamp and die on the inside of there. And Craig did one yesterday, and how about doing one with this? A shaker box, that's the cut and emboss folder that you've got on the outside of there as well. 22.47 or 27.95 is your price. It's really busy on this, guys. You're absolutely loving it. It's your favourite thing on the show so far. Craig, do you know what I want to know in the comments? Do you know what? It's Treat Yourself Tuesday. I think we should call it Chatty Tuesday as well, because I'm feeling quite nosy today. In the comments, I want to know what your favourite reality show is, ever.
Big Brother.
Big Brother.
With X Factor a close second. Very close.
Yeah. Does anyone remember It's so trash. Does anyone remember a TV show on ITV2 called Bromans?
No.
And they sent a load of influencers to live like in a mock Roman village somewhere. That one is quite good. And I must admit, I do love, guilty pleasure, X on the Beach. Craig's fuming. He's living over there.
No, see, I wouldn't say I'm fuming because I'm the last person to be judgmental when it comes to reality TV shows. Some of the reality TV shows I watch, but no, I do like a little bit of reality TV, and I have been watching The Cabin that's been on ITV lately. It's actually very good, Laura.
The Cabin?
It really is, yeah. Really good.
Let me know in the comments over on Crafters TV on Facebook or search Crafters Companion on YouTube and slide into the DMs. By DMs, I mean the comments. Right, back to you, Craig.
I've got something to say as well when it comes to the, well, not something to say, it's not. It's, what were you asking people for?
Their favourite reality shows?
No, and not information. What did you say you wanted? Like any, just ignore me.
No, I mean, I don't feel we can now. I feel we can't just move on now.
Right at the start of the show, right at the start of the show, you said for everyone to write in with their comments to say...
Oh, random facts?
Random facts, that was it.
Ah, yes.
That was it, and everyone's going to be like, oh, he's a way to say it again. But did you know Judge Judy isn't actually filmed in New York? Although it's all said about being in New York, it's all a New York backdrop, it's everything's about New York, and it's not
Craig,
actually filmed in California.
We love you, Craig. Never change.
Yeah.
Do you know that Friends isn't filmed in New York either?
No, I know that, yeah.
I've been to the outside of the building. It's in Greenwich Village. But yeah, there's like that one shot that pans up from the outside of the building, and that's the only bit that's filmed in New York.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and then I can actually expand on that as well. You know that waterfall in the opening sequence?
Yeah.
Everyone thinks that waterfall is actually in Central Park, and it's not.
No,
Nope.
there is a different version. There is a waterfall, isn't there, in Central Park?
Yeah.
But it's not that one.
It's not.
Also, Craig, have you seen that Sex and the City is coming back?
I don't watch Sex and the City.
Oh, I'm so excited. I went on a Sex and the City bus tour when I was in New
did you?
York. I have eaten pizza where they ate pizza in the shop. Oh, it was amazing. Anyway, we need to stop. We need to rein it in, Craig.
Yeah. So just while Joe was going over that, although I did see that, Joe, that they announced it yesterday, they were doing another series. You can see how it's simply by doing embossing, and that is our standard embossing folder. And what I mean by that, it's not 3D. Nothing standard about it whatsoever, but all that you need is your 2 cutting plates. And if you want, like I usually do, I didn't do it on this one, but you can just incorporate your metal shim as well if you want, just to enhance that detail of the embossing that wee bit more. I've got a couple of layers just at the side ready to mat and layer. I'm going for pink and black again because I really am. Blues and pink and blacks I'm really into at the moment. I'm liking these ones, obviously not together. But what we're going to do is we're also going to bring in the ornate frame here. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know what was on the Craft Vault show until this morning, and I actually couldn't believe it that we actually had some of the rose gold on the show as well. Couldn't believe that, because it's still, although it's been out for a wee while now, it's still such a popular collection. So to have as part of Craft Vault is quite cool.
Yeah, it really is. To have a half-price deal on what is a very, very recent signature launch is absolutely awesome. If we were keeping our reality shows craft-based, Craig, I'm just thinking about how we're going to bring it back into crafting
Good,
again here.
that's why you're the
Did you
presenter.
see that the Great Pottery Throwdown has just started again on the BBC? Have you seen that one?
I've not seen it. However, the other night when I was channel surfing, I came across it, and I actually stayed on the channel for about 15-20 minutes.
Oh, really?
I start to get a bit engrossed. Obviously, not too much to actually stay on the channel, but
Yeah.
I was kind of, it did hook me for that initial 10-15 minutes.
And then the other one, I guess, is the Sewing Bee is another awesome craft-based reality show. It's very, very popular here in the UK, the Sewing Bee. It's basically like, yeah, people making sort of dresses and couture and stuff and battling it out every week. It's become one of the, I'd say it's probably one of the biggest shows of the year actually in the UK now.
I think it is actually, but it's so good to see, whether it's the Sewing Bee or whether it's the Pottery Showdown or whether it's Great British Bake Off, anything like that. Isn't it so good to see all of these different crafts coming onto TV a lot more? And I know we're now, we're 2021, so we've got Sky Virgin
did you
Preview,
see-
but I still call it like terrestrial TV, you
Terrestrial
know, on
TV.
the
Yeah.
original cheap
the one
TV
that you
channels.
don't, the one that you don't pay for.
Exactly, yeah.
Well, you have to pay your license in the UK, but it's very
Yeah.
minimal. And then there was also, did you see the Keith Lemon show that he did, the craft show that he did? It was interesting, very, very different. It was very different to the Throwdown or the Sewing Bee. I only saw one episode of it, Craig, and then
Different is
gave up.
one way of putting it. Different
Yeah.
is one way of one. Would never, ever, ever actually put Keith Lemon and Crafton together. Yeah, so, but they did, absolutely. They did indeed. On that note,
Well, next question. People talking about their favourite reality shows, Craig. Hell's Kitchen, says Michelle. Anne-Marie says A Circle. Sorry?
love a bit of Hell's Kitchen with
Yeah,
Gordon Ramsay.
Lisa says Pickers reality show. They hunt for valuable in people's junk. Sean says Most Haunted. What's the one where they go to the containers and they open the containers and then they all like bid on the container? They stand outside it. Is it called
my
Container
stepdad likes
Wars or
that.
something? That was an interesting one.
My stepdad, he likes that one. He really enjoys that one. Most Haunted, yeah, I do like Most Haunted.
PPE Pam says she loves all those kind of programs, the Great Pottery Throwdown, the Sewing Bee. She loves all the cooking programs as well. I do love all the cooking programs. My favourite by far is Nigella Lawson. She just had another season out recently, didn't she? Where she reheated something in the microwave.
Microwave, or whatever
She's
it was
just
called.
brilliant. She is such a legend, Craig.
She knows what she's doing. But I do love a bit of Nigella.
Kerry's favourite reality TV show is Us Two, Craig, because we are so much fun.
Do you know what I'd love to
apparently.
do with you, Joe? Is I'd love to do like a road trip, just me and you.
Can you
in a
imagine us two
car.
on coach trip, Craig? Oh, that would be awesome, wouldn't it? I think we should apply for the next season, of Coach Trip.
Yeah,
I
let's
think
do
we'd
it.
get on. Or us as two fat ladies seems to be getting more traction. Me in a sidecar, though. You'd be doing the driving, apparently. Would be like the hairy bikers meets two fat ladies. Yes, I can see it working. I've met the hairy bikers. They're very, very lovely guys. I
They
work with them.
seem to be really nice guys.
Really, really nice. We're getting really busy on this rose gold selection that you're getting here. $22.47 or $27.95. That is a half price deal that you've got right there. But remember, you're going to get another, nearly £5 off of that in the UK, over $5 off of that in the US. So you're going to be looking at under £20 or just over $20 to get an awesome selection of rose gold. Why do you think it was so popular, this, Craig? Because, I mean, it was literally, when we launched this in around about April time, I think it was, maybe even May time, it was the biggest launch that I'd ever done in my time here at Crafters TV.
I think really what it was is rose gold was just becoming really popular, really on trend at the time. So we kind of got in there first. As we usually do with a lot of the trends here, we get in there first. But within the collection as well, you had a few different things you'd never seen before. Like we had some foiling, die cutting and foiling. We had some foils within it as well. We had some embossing powders as well. So it was a nice different collection, whereas we had stamps, we had die, we had foiling, we had embossing detail as well, embossing powders. So we had a good array of crafting products within the full collection, and I think it was just so elegant, whether it was the stamps, whether it was the folders on their own, whatever it was you used in a complete collection individually, so elegant. And it's rose gold, so the rose gold cardstock at the time as well. You had glitter, you had matte, you had, I think you had pearlescent as well. So it was a real refined collection.
It's still getting busier and busier and busier on this collection. Also very busy on the embossing elements from Chloe. You're absolutely loving how we're doing on stock, producer Laura. Do you think it's going to last? 60% of the stock has gone on that embossing folder collection from Chloe. Do get it in your basket and get it checked out. Less than 50 of them to go around now, which is not a lot when you consider how many hundreds of you are watching. If you're watching the show back afterwards and catching up on the show a little bit later in the day, then absolutely check the website for the stock situation. But I'd imagine it's not going to last to the end of the show at this point. Denise Mills has got a great random fact for us, Craig. She says, I think hummingbirds are the only birds that can fly backwards and upside down.
Really?
That's awesome, isn't it?
That's so cool.
Panda Crafts, Amanda, we found out Panda Crafts' name yesterday, and I forgot to tell you, it's Amanda. says, I can see you two like that, Joe and Craig, with your sidecar. I think it would be great. Joe and Craig do a car share style program.
Oh, that would be good.
Now that would be awesome, wouldn't it?
That was a genius comedy. Absolute
Yeah, that
genius
is.
comedy.
That was PPE Pam in Berkshire that said that. I think that's a great shout, Pam.
Like that. Yeah, could you imagine if we were to do that? Really?
Wasn't that one of the best shows?
I just think it was absolute genius.
Just genius.
Absolute genius. Just
Absolute
going into
genius
the car.
indeed.
And did you see the special that the two of them done? Was it
No.
last Christmas? I think it was last Christmas or that. And then what they done, they didn't script it, they didn't rehearse it, nothing at all. They literally hooked the car up with the cameras.
Yeah.
They went into the car, and Peter Kay just drove about, and the two of them just had the
Had their
conversation
banter.
and chat and singing. And that was probably one of the best.
Yeah, I think we should do that on the way to Craftiganza, you know, we should do a car share. Eleanor says, look, I love Married at First Sight and Jersey Shore. I also love 90 Days Fiancé. You really love that sort of, you've got a very specific type of show you're into. She said, I just found a couple months ago. They are Put a Ring on It and Ready to Love. Eleanor, there's definitely a theme here. Yeah, we've got a bit of a Married at First Sight connection in the studio here. Producer Laura may have been very close once upon a time to appearing on Love at First Sight. I don't know how, I struggle to commit to a first date, let alone marrying someone on the first date. Exactly, Craig, thank you. God, you and the funnies are on form, aren't you? Yesterday it was I didn't realise you'd moved to Manchester. Today you're burning me about not being able to get any dates. Well, the thing is, it's not getting a date that's the problem. It's being able to go on one at the moment,
Exactly,
isn't it? That's the issue. It's just not COVID friendly, Craig. Loretta says, I like Project Runway, Amazing Race, Iron Chef, Chopped as well. Just over through. I must admit, I did used to love America's Next Top Model, Craig. I got into that a lot for a little while. I think we're probably everyone's favourite reality show, though.
Absolutely.
Crafters TV, because that's what we are. We're a reality show. Lots of you in the comments saying so as well.
Imagine if they'd done one of those like docu-soaps, you know, when the camera follows you about, or because I like things like airport or airline, you know, the
Love
cameras
airport.
behind the scene. I love all that sort of stuff.
Oh.
Or like behind the scenes of the Savoy and all these sort
Yes,
of.
the Savoy one is so good.
Brilliant.
Did you see the one on the other day about the Langham Hotel as well? There's another one about the Langham in
Yeah.
London, which was awesome, with Gloria Honeyford and Nigel Havers presenting it. Yes, all of those behind the scenes things. If you love those, I'm not sure if you can get it in the US. If you're in the UK, on iPlayer, there is a documentary called Inside Monaco, which I watched, Craig, and it's 3 hours. It's narrated by Fred from First Dates, and it basically follows Prince Albert of Monaco, all around Monaco during like the Grand Prix. It looks at like all the properties and stuff. It's really, really fun. If you get a chance, you should definitely watch it.
And
when
I
you're
need
not
to.
watching Crafters TV.
I need to watch that. And funny enough, talking about Fred, I do like First Dates. So what I've just doing here, let's line this one up. Now we do within the Rose Gold selection. What we've got is we've got another embossing folder. We've got, you know, I've cut an emboss folder. We do have these stamps with the wedding cake, or it could be any cake. We're actually going to use them later on. What I wanted to do is I want to incorporate the high heel that we used with Chloe. Just goes to show if you want to then mix and match them, then you can do. I probably would, if I'd thought of this before, I would have done the high heel in maybe pink, but even then it's still going to work, and it's still going to show how you absolutely can mix and match if you want. Keeping them all on one level apart from the high heel. We can just pop that into the center here. We're still seeing that backdrop frame. I've done a bit of a shadow with the pink as well as the white. Done a square matting layer of the black. I've popped it at an angle. You can see it just matches up to the end of Matchel Card Blanc, and same with the embossing on the background. I've not done anything detailed stamp-wise or ink-wise on the embossed detail. You can see I've kept it crystal
Fancy.
clean, and you can see how a little sentiment along the bottom, how well that would work.
Yeah, absolutely. Really, really love that. Remember what you're getting included then within that rose gold collection. You are getting the decorative rose frame, cut and emboss folder, which is this one just here. You're also getting the embossing folders as well. So you're getting two of those there. You're getting the regular A5 size one and the border one. You've also got the frame in there and you've got the stamps and dies, which are really awesome. I do absolutely adore those. Loads of you as well talking about how fantastic the rose gold collection is. I think it was definitely, whenever we get pictures in or we ask for pictures about things, when it's the rose gold, we seem to be absolutely inundated with them, which is awesome. A couple of other things on the show, a couple of Christmas items on the show, but you know what it's like? You know what it's like? When it's like, I don't know, let's say February, if you go out and buy a barbecue, you get a great deal, don't you? Because no one's buying a barbecue in February. And the thing is, in January, how many people buy their Christmas presents in the January sales ready for the year after? Look, I don't even know what I'm eating for dinner in the year. I'm not organised enough for a slow cooker, so I'm not that person. But the people that do that and are disciplined with it get great savings. And that's kind of what we've done for you here with these Christmas items, because we've got some of our awesome double-sided Christmas dies for you on the show. But these are at a half-price deal. Best price we've ever had them at these. You're not going to find them at this kind of price when we get back closer to Christmas again. Double-sided means double the detail, double the interest in your projects, because look at what they create here. Can you see how awesome? You've got almost that matte and that layer together. It would look great as a tag, wouldn't it? Trimmed down that. They are $24.99 normally, individually. $37.48 gets you all of them today in the UK. You've also got the ornaments, or as our producer Erin calls them, the baubles now. Baubles, which is that one there. Love that as a shaker card. It looks awesome. This one here is the pretty poinsettia, as you can see. And this, I think, is just so gorgeous. Look at that panel. How divine is that? I mean, it is really, really lovely. $37.48 or $44.98. Of course, you're going to be able to get your club discount on top of that as well, which is absolutely lovely. Krog's got a few more samples over there. Oh, yeah.
I do indeed. You can see here, you know, as George just said over there, how it's so nice that these are, is because they're double-sided, you can lift them up. And even when it comes to the snowflake, you've got a nice like kind of flat back on the back part, so you can lift it up with your foam pads or glue gel, which has happened on this one here. What about using them to do a stained glass effect? So we could then just pop your die cut pieces onto a sheet of acetate, then you can come in with your coloured gels, or maybe you want to come in with your alcohol pens and then go over the top with maybe glossy accents or that. But then Christmas certainly shouts out for your matte card, your glitter card that you can see here. Keeping it actually very, very simple. It has been lifted up, but just kept very, very simple with the matte as well as the glitter gold card stock. But then if you want to do a bit of a concept card on these ones, so you're bringing in your Ultimate Pro or your scoreboard that you can see here, incorporating any other dies that you've got at home when it comes to Christmas. What about cut into them, chop into them, because you've got all these additional little snowflakes there and in there. This is a good one to show, or not so much to show, but to say any of the die cut pieces that pop out are going to be usable, because this one here, you're going to get stars that pop out. You've got this shape here of the bauble, so these lines of the die cuts that pop out. You could use these as little corner accents as well as the snowflakes you could snip out, as I say. So really nice die set here, and as George just says, you know, one pass through the Gemini and it's going to die cut both sides.
Absolutely, really, really gorgeous those, Craig. Great value for money as well, because considering they are double-sided Christmas creator card dies, really great value. We're going to move on to some of our cut and emboss folders, which are these ones just here. So this is how they come to you. They are awesome, and the great thing about these is they emboss, and they are then going to cut in that sentiment for you. So if batch making is the name of the game for you, I think these are going to be awesome. So you've got this one here. This is what they look like. I've got some boards to show you what you're going to be able to create with them. So in here, you've got faith. You also have holly. You're going to receive peace with that lovely tree there as well. And you've then got rejoice. I actually think as well, I really love the design and the flourishes on the top of here. I think you could actually cut those as banners, those pieces along the top and bottom there, and use them separately if you wanted to. Paper piece these back in as well, because you get that negative that comes out of them. $25.98 would normally get you 2. Today it gets you 4, because everything in this craft vault, remember, is half price. Would you agree, Craig? Great for batch making these ones.
These are, when it comes to any embossing folders, perfect for batch making, certainly for Christmas time, because you want to make as many as you can, but still them to have that elegant touch, which you're going to get with these ones here. We briefly showed you them on a wake-up call with Craig this morning, where I made a very, very, very quick demo to show the concept of them. This one here, craft card, paper piece and back in, as Joe was saying, Joe was saying. And then we've got the holly one. This has been made into a shaker card. Now, the reason we managed to bring them onto Craftfold was actually because I asked for them to be on with Wake Up Call with Craig, because it's Christmas. And I thought, well, you know, it's the first show of the morning. Because it was my show, I thought, let's do it. I love Christmas. Let's bring in the Christmas embossing folders, cut and emboss folders. Hence why you're actually seeing them on, what's this, the 12th of January? So perfect opportunity to get started. You know, you're going to be next year. Look after them. Then you can use them the following year, the following year. As you said, Joe, you've got Rejoice, you've got Faith, you've got Holly, and then you've got Peace. So these are your Christmas sentiments, your Christmas words that you're going to be using every single year. You know, you used them 10 years ago, we're going to use them in 10 years' time, we're going to use them in 50, 60, 70 years' time. So they're never going to go out of style.
Yeah, absolutely. They really are timeless. They're an absolute classic. $25.98 or $29.90 if you want to go for those. Now, something I'm really excited about having back on the show, these are some of my favourite sentiment dies that we've got for you. They are the Gemini Expressions dies. And the great thing about these is they're the ones, these are the ones, aren't they, Craig, that have got that split outside edge. Am I right in thinking they're the one that have got not just an outside edge, but is it in two pieces or one piece, the outside edge?
I know you're asking because I actually said to you earlier on, Joe, it's got two pieces. It is one piece. It's got one outside die. I originally thought that the outside die was split in two, so that's my mistake. But you do get the actual sentiment, and you get the outside die as well.
Awesome. So this is the one with the removable outside edge. Awesome.
Yes.
And it means then, of course, that you can do loads of different options with these. Let me take you through the ones that you've got in here. So you've got Adventure. You've also got Blessed. You've got Cherish. And you've got Courage. I think they're all four really nice sentiments, quite motivational almost as well. So great for the time being. Great at the moment when we're sending maybe a lot of just because cards or sending someone some courage. Maybe you've got some Celine Dion fans in the building, as me and Craig are as well. Courage is a...
Yeah. I'm not going to sing.
Yeah, don't, please don't. Courage is a single off the new Celine Dion album. You'd only know that if you were a die-hard fan like Craig and I. What is quite unbelievable though is that you can get all four of them for $9.98. I think, Craig, when it comes to playing around with colours and concepts with these, I've seen so many awesome cards done with these, from, you know, rainbows to monochrome to splitting them and extending them. Lots of different things that can be done with these, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Sorry. I was just getting my card bundle there. Absolutely.
You've got loads of stuff going on over there.
I've got loads of stuff behind here.
You really have?
Yeah. So the reason that these are so versatile, and the reason I was actually getting mixed up in the fact is there's actually a tiny little notch into each side. So if I bring this in, I don't know how close we can get to see this one here. We can see just here, there's a little notch there, and then also a little notch at that side there. That's actually giving you the center point all the way down. So then what this one does is this enables you to do all of your different layers. So you can kind of like do layer upon layer upon layer. All that I'm going to do is I'm just going to die cut the the outside layer as well as the sentiment for you to see. These are hardly ever seen, so much so that we actually can't find the finished samples.
The lesser spotted expression die. No, and we had so many. I think someone's eaten them.
Maybe. But as always,
should we just blame Debbie Robinson?
I'm not blaming anyone.
Because I just blame Debbie Robinson for everything when she's not here. You know, she's my go-to girl. She's going to absolutely have me when she comes back in on Saturday this week. We are back together, myself and Debbie, which will be lovely. I haven't seen her for ages. I don't know that I saw her all through December, actually. It's been that long. So I'm looking to be reunited. I can't wait, because obviously she's got a new little bundle of joy in her life, hasn't she?
She
her
does.
Little grandson,
she
Ezra,
really does.
who is super cute. So make sure you join me and Debbie on Saturday for that. It's Fake Friday today, Craig. Fake Friday. The other thing is, Ben's going to be back with you for 3 days, which is going to be awesome. Ben's also got HSM preview on Thursday night. Oh yeah, who missed HSN Craft Day, because obviously isn't one in December, so you guys have been waiting absolutely ages for one. But yeah, Ben's got his first HSN preview with you on Thursday evening, 7 p.m. here UK time, so 2 p.m. East Coast, 11 a.m. West Coast time. And are you going to be part of that one as well, Craig?
I am indeed, but this time as well, what we're doing something a wee bit different. So I won't tell you what's happening. I'll just say that I'm actually popping up a couple of times throughout the preview. So not just at the very start like I have done throughout previous ones. So I'm going to be part of a couple of bits of the preview. So it's going to be fun for that one. Can't wait.
Love it, Craig. Can't wait. Really excited. Also, really excited that everyone's going to be doing that on Thursday. Also, going to have massive FOMO on Thursday because it's the first one I haven't done in absolutely ages.
What? Sorry?
FOMO. I'm going to have FOMO. The fear of missing out.
Yeah, because it's usually you that does the previews, isn't it?
Yes. So that's where my FOMO's coming from.
We'll keep you posted. We'll keep you posted what's going on. So all that I've done is I've taken the sentiment die, so this one here, and just die cut that into the blue. I've taken the outside edge, and then this is then going to be cut into the purple. But what you would do at home, go on to online, have a look on our website, see different ideas that you can be doing. It's all about doing this back one several times, and you're just going to cut it in half. It's all about layering, Joe. It's always just about expanding the backdrop of your sentiment.
Awesome. Absolutely love that, Craig. They're so popular whenever we've brought these to you. It's great that we've been able to get them on Craft Vault at Craft Vault pricing, especially when it's a half price Craft Vault that we are talking about, which is absolutely awesome. Right, we've got loads more still to show you. We've got some foil stamp and cut dies for you on the show. These are always so awesome. Someone was saying, can they use, Craig, the foil stamp and cut dies without foiling them, just to cut?
Try to think of that offhand. I don't see why not.
You wouldn't get much detail though, would you?
You're not going to get much, no, kind of defeats the purpose. But do you know what? If you want to do it, you go for it, try it.
Because I'm guessing you would just get the basic outside edge shape, wouldn't you? And the inside aperture cut, but
yeah.
Absolutely no reason why not. It was a question a little bit earlier. I didn't quite catch the names, sorry. This one here, this is what we've got for you. So we've got two frames, two of our most popular frames actually. You've got the Provence frame here, and you've got the Lyon frame as well. You can get both of those today, $24.99 or $24.95. You'd normally pay that for one, you're getting two for those. Craig, you love foiling. What is it specifically, do you think, that really sparks your imagination when it comes to foiling?
I think with these ones here is because, you know, you could be at home, you could be spending your money on pre-foiled cardstock or elements, whereas you get to now do this at home. You can then foil them, but because they're frames, so it could be your cards, it could be the backdrop of your stamps, it could be if you're doing it into maybe the memory books, or it could be into your scrapbook pages that you can see here. With this card here, keeping it simple with the black and pink, and you can see how we've gotten all the way around, and then we've even just taken, can I just actually check? That is actually a cut and emboss folder. This one is a foil press frame. Here we go on this one here. So this is a frame that you've got here all the way around, and actually you can build upon them as well. You can see like that one. But then just to say, although that last one was actually a cut and emboss folder that I showed you, you see how you can actually kind of get the same style with the folder or the foil press stamp that Joe was showing a moment ago. So you can actually do quite a few things.
Love that, Craig. Such an impactful technique, isn't it, foiling? And great that you're able to get not just foil stamp dies, foil stamp and cut dies for that price, which is absolutely awesome. Now, we've got some of our stamps on the show for you. These are those awesome ones that are the sort of slightly quirky ones. This one says, Stay Humble is the first one that we've got just here. So you can see these are awesome. I love these for just popping them onto Stay Humble, Work Hard, Be Kind. Great for sort of journaling these. They're a nice size for that. They would be wonderful even just popping on like little sort of postcard size cards or even smaller cards. This one here says Pop the Prosecco. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Every day is Prosecco Day. The days of the week would come in very handy there as well. Laughter is the best medicine, or gin, whatever. Get well soon. I love that one. The best I can't read it properly because of the packaging on the back. I'm going to read it from the front. The best view comes after the hardest climb. I'm doing it from behind and upside down, Craig, and it's difficult sometimes. This one here says, it's time to eat cake and drink Prosecco. Of course it is. This one here says, life is about shopping and Prosecco. And Eurovision, maybe. I'd say then, yeah, we've got it nailed there. £9.72 to get you all of those. It's a half price deal. Let me show you some of the sort of projects that you're going to be able to create with them as well. So you've got these, Life is about shopping and Prosecco. Then we've got this one. I love that the Prosecco one is used every single day of the week here. It's time to eat cake and drink Prosecco. I love this one. That's a very unusual style card, Craig, and also quite an unusual colourway. Black and purple, not something we see a lot of together, is it?
No, not something that you see a lot of, but yeah, certainly is. I'm going to say it again, but how black works really well with any of your lighter tone cardstocks. I love it so much.
It does indeed. £9.72 or £10.85 if you would like to get your hands on those ones. Susie T says, woohoo! HN Craft Day is on my birthday. That's our present from us to you. We organise it for you, Susie. Panda Craft says as well, talking about the embossing folders, I have that set of embossing folders. The Faith one comes in handy as it's my daughter's name as well. There you are. You've got some bits over there you'd like to share with us, Craig?
I do, so it's just to carry on with some more when it comes to those sentiment stamps here. So this is when you really can let your creativeness just go all out. So whether it is your sentiment stamps with any of your background dies or embossing folders, or then what you can then do is get all inky. So you can go all inky, bringing in any different parts from maybe like your crafty fun here, incorporate embossing folders. It's all about enjoyment, taking your time, relaxing, doing all your different inky backdrop styles here. See how you've got the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. If you've got your, your organizer die and stamp set, why not incorporate them as well?
Great
Although
idea.
you get your days of the week in with that one, but you can just expand upon that one here. It's time to eat cake and drink Prosecco. Kind of wondering what the product development team had on their mind at the time when they were coming up with these ideas. A lot of cake and Prosecco. Kind of wonder now. But again, backdrop, so whether it's your own backdrop, whether it's pattern papers, keeping it very, very simple. That's a good thing with the stamps, but of course, if you do want to do all your different techniques, it enables you to go far and beyond when it comes to creating your cards.
Absolutely gorgeous. They look awesome. £9.72, £10.85 if you want to get your hands on them. I want to recap again for you the Chloe items that we've got on the show because it is very, very busy. We've got the stamps and dies firstly here for you. These are awesome. You've got that handbag there along with the keys. You've also got the makeup items and you've got the shoe there as well. $22.48 or $26.92. It's a half price deal. Far and away the busiest though. We do have some stock. Over 70% of that stock has gone now. There is less than 25 of these, I'm told, to go around. If you're watching this back after the show, definitely check the website for the stock situation. But these are all of those embossing folders. You've got a 3D embossing folders and then you've got two cut and emboss folders. I love the fact that both the cut and emboss folders have extra dies that you're going to be able to add further embellishment with as well. It's a really cool concept this, isn't it, Craig?
It really, really is. So you've got your mixture of your embossing folder, cut and emboss as you said as well, or you've got the parts that are the liftables, so to speak. So you can see with the 3D embossing folder in a moment. Here we go. We've got that bag within that actual design. So this is where you can then maybe start to add your inks or gilding waxes. This is where your creativity comes into flow. You can see this is your folder here. But then on this next one here, you've got your poinsettia on this one here. Very much like the one we're away to show you in a moment. You've got your additional elements here. And then on this one here that we used earlier on, you've got your flowers, cut and emboss, additional dies at the bottom you can use. This is the sort of thing that it does. So the flowers, the petals, die cut out around the edge, but the base is actually staying in place on these ones here. And then very quickly, we showed you the stamp and die. So we've showed you the actual high heel that we showed you. And then we've got the actual bag as well. So the coordinated die with the stamps. And then we've got the makeup as well. So these are really good, for a really girly card, whether it's a little girl or obviously a teen, or actually even older.
Really awesome. Sorry, it was like upstairs, downstairs there. I was having a good old rummage down there through all the products that are coming out. Now remember, the Craft Revolt Part 2 comes your way a little later today. We will be bringing the same items, but totally different demonstrations. You're with us again, aren't you, for that, Craig, later today?
I am, so, you know, you'll be thankful you've got a little bit of a break for me. I am, can you believe what I'm away to do? Treat Yourself Tuesday.
Oh,
I'm
what are you doing?
I'm away to go and do a food shop in between the shows. I know, been that busy trying to prep for the shows and the new shows that my fridge is bare. Don't tell my mum, she gets me into trouble if my fridge is bare. Why aren't you eating properly? I am eating properly, I'm just saying. So I'm away to go and do a food shop.
Yeah, mostly jelly tots and Milky Bars though, Craig's mum, if you're watching. I've done his shopping before, he forgets. Right, I want to share with you here, again, those accessory stamps that we've got here. This one is Best Dressed, as you can see. So this is actually a favourite item in the show so far. Lots of different ones in here, Let's Party, Father's Day, Retirement, so really usable ones. The next one we've got is Be Fabulous, Darling. The darling isn't on there in the title, but I just feel like adding it, okay? So you've got thank you, it's your day, shine bright, be fabulous, celebrate. I can't say I do without you. Will you be my bridesmaid? Oh, so you've got such a real good sort of combination and good mix. Bottles up, as this one just here. We've got things like cheers to you, beers and cheers, congratulations, happy, drink. The other one I've got here, you're getting all of these for this price, by the way, is Sweet Treat. That's got things like it's cupcake o'clock, you're the icing on the cupcake. You're a beautiful cupcake in a world of ordinary muffins. Isn't that a good one? Time for tea as well is the other one that you're getting here as well. This one says, have a terrific day. Sorry, I thought it's a terrible day. I thought that's not a very nice sentiment, is it? Not a very nice thing to wish someone. You've also got tea is a hug in a cup. It really is. May your cup be overfilled with blessings. Tea for two, Mother's Day, birthday, a whole host of other awesome ones in there as well. Make sure you grab those. $12.47 is your price on those, or $17.37 if you're in the US. Everyone, of course, is going to be able to use their Club Inspired discount on that as well. Loads still to come, though, today. Two-hour shows, so that's going to be awesome. Myself and Bernie are here with your weekly soft craft show. All things needlecraft is what we were talking about from 1 p.m. here in the UK, which is... I've lost my timings again, you know. What time is that? It's
1 p.m.
Yeah, 8 a.m.
8
Eastern
and 5 a.m. Pacific.
I should be getting better with these, Craig. I'm not. I'm getting worse. I'm going to have to try harder. Do you know what I need? I need one of those. I need a smartwatch.
Yeah.
But apparently, there's a world clock app apparently on my iPad, but I'll have to close it down and open it up again. But I need to get the, I think I need an Apple Watch, so it tells me what the time is on the other.
And to be fair, you need it for work purposes, so.
Yeah, and also I'm going to run a marathon this year, so I need it for running, I think, as well. I think we can justify that purchase. What do you think, guys? It's Treat Yourself Tuesday, of course. So that's coming up at 1 o'clock. Then at 4 o'clock, a brand new launch. I will be here. We're here with Sarah as well, which I haven't worked with Sarah in absolutely ages. Tiffany is going to be joining us from Totally Tiffany, boom, via Skype as well, because we all got the launch of a brand new Totally Tiffany bag and also a brand new tote as well in the Totally Tiffany range. There's absolutely loads. Craig, you're going to go and do your shopping. You're going to have a little bit of a lay down maybe as well. You're going to get a little nap in on your new sofa, because your new sofa looks great for napping, I must say. I
am just away to take just a couple of hours just for a wee sleep, and then we'll be back later on tonight.
Susie T says, fun fact, Dolly Parton's birthday is also on the 19th. She's a crafty lady. Maybe she'll be watching HSN Craft Day too.
Get her to Skype in.
Dolly Parton, Skype in. I would be deceased, Craig. I would die if Dolly Parton was to Skype in.
Maybe bring Miley Cyrus with her.
Can you imagine? And she'd bring Miley Cyrus. As long as she doesn't bring a sledgehammer, we would be fine. Well, yeah, so Dolly, I need to just explain that for people watching out there. Dolly Parton is Miley Cyrus's godmother, for anyone that didn't know. And I think they're related, because I think Dolly Parton and Billy Ray Cyrus are related. It's a small world after all. Diane says, what time is the HSN preview, Joe? It is going to be at 2 p.m. Eastern time or 11 a.m. West Coast time on Thursday with Ben. It's his first one, so make sure you come and give him loads of love. Christine says, well, good morning from Altoona, Pennsylvania. Watching you guys, first thing is better than the news. I don't know why. I really want to go to Pennsylvania, Craig. I feel like intrigued by it, and I'm not sure why. It's
Yeah.
like the one place, I don't know why it intrigues me so much, but yeah, I think I'd like to visit. Anyway, we need to go and, I'm thinking tea and biscuits, Craig, before the next show. So you do what you want to do. You've got an hour to get yourself organised and reset. We're going to have a cup of tea and get ourselves reset as well. I've just seen the lovely Bernie arrive through the window there, so make sure you join us back here in an hour for that Softcraft show. Also, let us know what you'd like to see demonstrated in the second part of Craft Art, because that will be coming up a little bit later. You can shop ahead over on the website. You can see everything that's coming up. Make sure if you're going for the Chloe embossing folders, you check them out because they are hanging on by a thread. Craig, again, massive thanks to you. Massive thanks to you guys at home. See you back here in an hour. We've still got 5 more hours together today, guys. How fun is that? See you in an hour. I'm off. Bye.
Bye.